Mysticraven, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, I'm back. I think I'm here. I don't know. So I'm on this game called Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, we know it. We know it. Right. So, kind of cool. Got some good news today. Like I said, I've been really busy, so I have an incubator meeting next week. Blah, blah, blah. Excuse me. So, for anybody who's wanting to know, I am trying to start a company for multiple reasons. But it will have to do with the gaming genre, on top of a few other little pros to pursuing this endeavor. Now, the incubator meeting is what it is. Is it usually is a business strategy meeting. So I meet with a lot of people bigger than I am, and we go over the data I've collected so far, where we were going to plan out the prospectus, the development plans, the cost projections, and we put together a strategic plan in place that benefits all parties. And when everybody, at the end of this meeting, they will decide, is this something that we can develop and make happen? And then we go forward from there, and then we have another couple lengthy processes. It's a very lengthy process to establish. But the incubator meeting is the meeting I've been waiting for. The big one to get people who's on board with the idea. Can we make this happen? Yay or nay? Budget's great, actually. We're in a prime opportunity for budgets. So budgeting is going to be something, because we can adjust the costs and the expenditures, and given the state that we'll be developing the product, and as far as the hardware and technology, we're sitting pretty in on this. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm like, yeah, cool deal. Plus, I want to give it up to the other businesses that's been accommodating me with price quoting and price pointing and things like that. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate your hard work for me. Thank you. So there we have all that. So, and it's not easy. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's just not that. Boy, this map looks crazy. Well, I'll try to PvP a little in Cyrodiil a little bit. Why not? But yeah, it's, I'm happy. I'm really, really happy. So, even if nothing comes, like I said, if it doesn't come to fruition, that's one thing, I don't want to start something I can't finish, or at least the right people to be put in place that we can see it through. Like I said, this project, this is a lot bigger than I am, and it has to be handled with complete professionalism. It has to be handled. It's way bigger than one person, and that's what I'm going in with. If we're going to make this happen, we're going to do it for all the right reasons, with everybody's best interest, and that's my intention. So I'm really happy that things are going this way, and from a gamer's perspective, it's a win-win. If it was to come to fruition, it's a win-win, because we're going to be able to put in place something so revolutionary that by the time it's finalized, we'll make our mark more than most. So really happy, and I've got in contact with, like I said, very larger than life people than me, and in my eyes. I take these men and women that I'm about to meet with next week very serious. That's just the tip of the iceberg, because this opens up the gates to other potentials, and I'm just keeping perspective on it. So it's different. It is different. Going from one element to a business to another, there is some sort of adjustment to that. But once again, you know, for me, it's about results. At the end of the day, what are we doing? We better have a game plan. We better, and these men and women think the same way I do. So the respect is there. Is this achievable? Can we keep this, you know, timeline? Can we do this? And for me, there's no ifing. There can't be no questions to that. There can be small, you know, things that come unexpected, but honestly, I'm more than really. It's still laggy, man. Oh, nice. You were so close. Alright. I didn't even have my pet out. How dare I? God. If we could just get performance under control, I would definitely resub here. If we could just get performance in. Alright. Let's see where we're at. Oh, nice! Thank you! Bye! Woohoo! Woo! Came so close to even hurting me. It kind of helps when I have a bunch of people around me, but still. I'm all about the campaign. Cause I'm all about the campaign. Campaign, no trouble. I'm bringing PvP back. Tell those Xers not to fuck with that. There's a siege coming in with that. My dog. 1 second. I gotta take him out. Be right back. I'll probably die. Watch me die. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I want to do Battlegrounds. I'm a little sick, by the way. So I'm on... Got a little bit of a cold, I think. Might be a flu. I'm still trying to figure it out. You know, I got the itchy throat, the sneezing. A little bit of clogginess. Blah, blah, blah. So, ugh. It's gross. It's all gross, man. Whoa. Did that just magically appear and disappear? Something had to cast it. Do you guys see that ground effect? What the fuck? It's a bear mount. I can't bear it no more. So please forgive me. I am a little drainy. I'm a little ugh. It's just the time of year, you know. You got you know. Get your vitamin C on, people. That's all I can say. Up here we go. Here's some lag. Oh, the laggy. The lag. The lag. You see this, man? Like, I can't even see. maybe... I hate these tree huggers. See, it's people like me that'll... Don't let him back in. God. Oh, we got him! We got the bastard! Hold on, let me check out the comments. Yeah, I'm really pumped up. I'm really excited about this. It's, you know, like I said, you know, you take everything realistically. That's all I can tell you. I can't anticipate anything, but at the same time, it's worth every goddamn effort I can put into me. Sick again, dude? I'm always sick. Hey, you're back. You said it before. I got to preach about the vitamin C, right, Todd? So, Todd, I never did get to talk to you about this. So, yeah, I'm trying to start a company. Luckily for me, my background's business. So I do have a background in business. I didn't finalize my degree. Matter of fact, I dropped out shortly, beginning of my sophomore year. But I ended up working for a couple of people and stuff, and and I worked for different companies with financial products and services. So luckily for me, I've taken all those classes. Like I have 4 years of accounting. I took macroeconomics. And of course, I did a lot of like all that type of stuff. Don't ever chase these dumb fucks. All they're trying to do is keep you off the siege. The priority lies here, boys and girls. If they're not going to want to fight and they want to do stupid shit like tree hug and be like, oh, we're 2VXers, goddammit, then fuck them. I'm not here to fuck with those little dudes. So yeah, I'm trying to start a business, and so I've been a little busy, and my gaming days might be coming to an end. We'll be finding out next couple of weeks how busy Mysticraven's going to get, because if this goes through, I'm going to be really busy. My life will be gone as I know it. It'll be completely gone. I'll be sacrificing it in every essence for the remaining of the next couple of years for development, to the business models, to get people in the positions. It's going to be a nightmare for me. And everybody was like, I want to do this, I want to do that. Do you really want to? Do you really know what comes with that whole grasp on that thing? I'm like, I could tell you. And I'm like, you're not going to like the answer. There's always somebody who wants an answer that you don't have. And you're like, I got that answer. You better find it. I'm one of those dicks, though, too. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't have patience for excuses. So don't ever give me an excuse. Just tell me what happened, why it happened or didn't happen, and then let's move on from there. If we can do that, I'm cool. But I am definitely one of those type people, and I'm practical, right? I am a practical person because I have things in life that happen, and everybody does, and I am, but I'm just, I don't know, man. I'm just went down to it. I have expectations. I have a lot of things that have to be met at a certain point. Because at the end, I'm just about results, man. Hey, let's get it done. Let's show them what we can do. And I'm inspirational about it. Like when people worked for me, I was like really inspirational. I'm like, guess what? They ain't got a friggin' chance, man. Because you know what? I got all of you. But Gary, no. I'm trust you and me. I wouldn't trade one of you guys. We're gonna be in, it's like the NFL quarterback preaching up the team. We're gonna be in the Super Bowl this year. Yeah, I get it. We lost the first 2 games. Put it behind us. Let's get back to work. Yeah, it's a gaming business, right? Would you like me to be your test player? I can test your product if you port it to Xbox. Well, we don't. On console, they don't have a test server, Roz. So that's the problem when we're taking a look. It will be multi-platform. So accessibility will be something we will be going forward into. So it's not going to be just on one platform. So we will be taking advantage of as many platforms as possible. So that is one of the things we will be getting into in the future. I have an entire like a 4-page paper going over like lengthy details about the whole whatever. And I'm still not done. I have so much work ahead of me. Like the meeting's next week, and I think I'll get half of the prospectus put together because there's so much data I still have to finalize the prospectus. So it's like there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. And then right now we're in what we call, like I said, it's an incubator stage. So basically I'm meeting with the people who can make things happen, who can say, yes, we can see this happening. Let's stage it in this way. We need to finalize this. Then they tell me, this is what you're going to do. This is what, because even though like I'll be technically probably the CEO of the company, I won't be a board member per se. I'll have small ownership, very, very small ownership, very small. And then on top of it though, I have people to answer to. So I have my bosses that are going to tell me, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. And basically that's my functionality. Given, I'm leading the company. That's all I'm doing. They're telling me in which direction the company will go. And that's something that, at the end of the day, we all have to answer to somebody. It's just the way it is. And I'm no exception to that whatsoever. The only nice thing about it is I like people who are direct, because I'm a direct type of person. So I like the people who can literally be like, yes, this is true. We can be objective and not take anything personal. When it comes to business, it's never personal. It's business. People take it personal, and I understand that it can affect people in a certain type of way, but, you have to separate personal, whatever for business. It's just the way it is. It's just at the end of the day, it's about business, man. It's about results. I can't stress it enough. It's like, I get it. And I wish I could say like, but I'm just a very, person. I treat issues like it's a puzzle. Though Outlook Mail just sent me a free copy to test out. Well, it'll be an MMO, Roz. So there's no copy of whatever. PC I can easily test because we can set up a test server, right? I could set up a server to the test, but I can't set up a test on. I could set up like a beta when it's close to being done, but we're years from that, like way long time. Like we're talking way long time. I'm like. Right now, I'm just in beginning phases of trying to see if it's plausible, From a mathematical standpoint, it's more than. I'm really good at that. I really take that serious, like my number game. I'm going to do battlegrounds. I'm not having fun in here, but I'm a stickler, when it comes to the numbers. So if nothing's real unless it reflects numbers. If it doesn't have the exact numbers that I'm looking for, it's not real. It's not. It's like made up. I want data. I want hardcore data in front of me at all times. I know that's kind of crazy. People are like, no way. Or you're like, I'm serious. Like my wife and me, we worked together at one time, and we're very competitive individuals. And we were never each other's bosses, like when we were in management. But she was on one side of, something, and I was on the other. Like, for example, she did health insurance, and then I did life and P&C. And so we didn't have to interact a lot in our fields. We have similar fields. She has her degree, so she has a degree in business, and she worked for Humana and health insurance and stuff like that. So we have similar backgrounds, except we're very like she's one aspect of something, and then I'm the polar opposite, where I take a look, like, because there's just no similarity to our fields, what we did, from that from that correlation. And then my brother, who is not in the same field as me, is almost cut. We are cut from the same cloth. Okay, I gotta get pots. Gotta do some battlegrounds, man. I think I just got some, but I'll buy some more. Turbo, what's up, my brother?
Mystic.
What's up? So I'm streaming.
Elder Scrolls Online for me right now.
It's not working?
It was. I've had so many issues in Cyrodiil and just getting booted and
yeah, I left Cyrodiil. I'm not having fun in there. I'm going Battlegrounds, man. Todd, seriously though, good luck with your endeavor. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate that, man. I hope it works. So I'm trying to create a company, Turbo. So I have an incubator meeting next week. So it's gonna be, I'll be on pins and needles throughout this meeting. I have to give a presentation and stuff, but at the same time, it's a pretty important one. So it'll be crazy. It'll let me know, can we do it, Can we make this happen? Financially, I mean, from economic standpoint and math, absolutely. I mean, dude, the numbers I came up with, it's just amazing. It's actually beyond amazing. I'm quite impressed with the numbers already, but I still have a lot of projections to go through and a lot of other data I have to collect and chart and graph and things like that. So you still there, Turbo, or did I? Turbo, please tell me you didn't DC. Turbo! I think I lost him. Yeah, I know. So I just got a verification that my daughter's new PC case arrived. I'm like, yeah, I know, I got it. I already pulled that bitch out. Cool, I hope that comes through big time for you, man. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that, Todd. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Like I said, the people I am meeting, they're no bullshit type people. They're going to take a look at the data, as well as we'll be taking a look at it, the market trend. There will be a lot of things that we're going to be taking a look at from, an overall perspective, as far as, the timeline, the money, how much it's going to take, what we can do, overhead, phasing, where we can, what stage phases we're going to go through. There's a lot on the table that we're going to address. After this meeting, though, you kind of get a general idea of, okay, we're going to put it in this phase. So yeah, we could probably more than likely we can make this happen. No, it's going to be, this is going to be issues. This is going to be issues. This is not feasible. And that's the way I want it to be. That's how I am, that type of person, period. That is how I am. So that's what I expect. I don't like wishy-washy people. I'm not a wishy-washy person. I don't want to be around wishy-washy people. I want definites. Yes, we can make this happen. What is this? Give me an estimated cost expense. Give me the different amounts of this and that. I want as factual numbers as I can get, honestly. So What the fuck? Fuck it, let purple deal with them. You see that blade? Boy, these guys are smart too. That wasn't. All these pets. Thank God for pets. Man, they killed my pet. God dang it.
Sorry, bro. I had a phone call.
Oh, you're fine, man. I don't even know what the fuck just happened to me, man. Oh, shit. Swallow soul. Must have got me when my shield was down. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, so, trying to start a business. There's, Turbo. So, I think I told you that already, though, haven't I?
You did. You said you were thinking about doing a little startup.
Yeah, it's not a little. This isn't a startup, actually. My brother had talked about startup, and I'm like, you're fucking out of your goddamn mind. Me and my brother had talked about that. I'm like, I compose, but I'm not wasting people's money. That's never gonna fucking happen. I'm like, this. I am not setting up for failure and begging later on. I want sound. I want complete fucking absolute fucking positively. Yeah, this can happen. This is what it's gonna take. I'm not one of those people, man. Like when people do startups, man, I want to cringe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they're looking for financial backing and no problem.
Well, and there's different ways to get financial backing, but the problem of it is realistic aspects have to be applied. You know, why are you going to set up if you know you have a 4-year plan and you have to have X amount of dollars? Why? Oh my God, why? These guys are actually staying together really pretty good. Why would you go ahead and sell yourself short to make your company fail? Why?
People are scammers, that's why.
I mean, it's pointless if you need, let's say, $7 million and you do a Kickstarter and you get $1 million. What good is that to you?
It's $1 million you didn't have.
It's $1 million you're gonna waste.
It didn't work, boys. All right, see you later.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a millionaire.
Yeah, no. No, fuck that. I ain't got time for that shit, man. Yeah, I ain't got time for that. I'm more of a hardcore individual when it comes to those type of numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let's talk about Elder Scrolls and the state of the game.
The game still plays like shit. What is there to talk about?
I have to say, the last update, probably the worst update I've ever seen in ESO history.
Which one? The patch one?
Yeah, the patch. Everything is favoring Stam. We pretty much bottleneck down to your cookie cutter Stam OP builds now. You know, sprinkle in a Dawnbreaker and whatever the fuck else you use. And you're killing everybody every time. It's unlocked, dead. The Magicka is at an all-time fucking low. I didn't see it. Well, that's a sword. You're pretty much talking about a sword, maybe a wolf. Like pretty much fucking sword.
Why am I stuck?
Everybody's pretty much flavor of the month with stamina right now, and it's fucking annoying. I'm tired of it. Can't do shit. I don't like the state of the game.
Dude just killed himself. Dude just hit me and killed himself. What a fucking moron.
I thought, you know, you didn't like the Wolf Hunter DLC.
No, right. No, the Wolf Hunter absolutely did it in for me.
Is cancer too. Like, there's just fucking.
My problem of it is, you know, when it comes down to it, is, but at the end of the day, we could talk about like the little balance. Excuse me, holy fuck, I'm sick a little bit. We could talk about some of the balance issues, like, little bits here and there, right? But at the end of the day, I wouldn't mind them having to fix that, but performance is still one of these lackluster issues. It's still on the table. You know what I'm saying?
You want to bitch about balance and class this, class that, and the real glaring issue is your game.
They've got to fix. I mean, I think that we got to take a look. Whether or not I'm thinking server side, but obviously there's memory leaks. We know there's memory leaks, especially lately with the forum, and a lot of people has brought that to my attention. But honestly, it was to be expected. That the memory leaks were, present. I'm dead anyways.
I don't know what's causing it. All I know is this game has had instability since it released. And it's never...
Well, and...
really ever been...
I don't like...
It's always been a Band-Aid broken arm approach.
Well, the thing about it is, I feel like the game... The core elements are here. So I don't think, and when we take a look at... PvE is beautiful, the lore is beautiful. There's a lot of pros coming into the Elder Scrolls universe. The graphics are really well done. I feel the classes and all the core elements are here.
Great.
Yeah.
Nothing to complain about that.
You're right. I feel like performance has definitely been one of the weekends of where Elder Scrolls is suffering at. When we take a look at performance, balance is one thing, but. Yeah, Cyrodiil is hell. I mean, it is. It is really.
Well, everything else works good. Bullshit. We bought this game for one reason.
Well, but nothing is perfect, and we have to understand that as gamers, and we've gone through that. I mean, obviously, we've seen our fair share.
I just realized not everyone PvPs now, and I get that. But when this game was sold to asses, what were all the trailers about? About fighting for
PvP, right. PvP was a big, strong, feature of the game.
That doesn't mean you got to do it all the time. And I promise you, everyone that PvEs has had a taste of PvP. Either they liked it or they didn't. Now the question is, did they like it for the right reasons or the wrong? Because were they, oh, my build with all this bullshit works really well, or did they not like it because the same thing, my build doesn't work well, and it's bullshit, and I'm running into all these fucking guys that are doing all this shit. It just doesn't translate. And that's where it's like, how bad is the PvP community like suffering because of the bullshit coding, the bullshit balancing that the game has always pretty much had. It's still, however many years and updates later, are still trying to just find this fucking happy medium, and it's never gonna happen. This shit's all over the fucking place. I don't know. I'm pretty much over this game almost because of it.
Well, dude, did you hear about what the hell? Daybreak laying off 70 people before Christmas?
I'm not surprised, dude. They're a scumbag microtransaction company.
I mean, I understand, and I reintegrated this. I mean, I really do understand from a business perspective that decisions have to be made. But prior to the holidays or after the holidays would have been a little bit, because I feel like the gaming industry has such a strain on it, from the public eye as is. You know what I'm saying?
It's despicable to do that to your employees. It's fucking despicable. But it just shows you that they're just a company that does not give a fuck about their employees, and they're looking at numbers and numbers only.
Well, but numbers are reflective, you know what I'm saying, and I get that. Like, I'm a numbers kind of guy as well. But what I'm saying, when Daybreak took over for SOE, they should have known where the percentage was coming in, whether or not, how much was going out, how much was coming in. So they've had it for 3 years now, and of course EverQuest Next took a huge hit for them, given the fact that they scrapped the project altogether. H1Z1's had a couple of holes in it.
So a little promise. H1Z1's kind of carried them. EverQuest, the progression servers on EverQuest actually has been a pretty big moneymaker for them.
Number one for my team, but well, it comes back down to the one element that I feel that when we're taking a look at business model, linear games are just becoming too much time sink to gamers these days. You know what I'm saying? Even the younger generation doesn't like when you go through World of Warcraft, or I know you didn't play World of Warcraft, but let's take a look. I'll check out the comments, guys. Let's take a look at EverQuest. Well, after you level a zone, how frequently would you go back to said zone?
In EverQuest, there's certain ones you just don't go back to because they're just geared towards low level. But the cool thing about that game is that your common zones and certain zones you're always going through, and you're always revisiting them. And that's what made it cool, is because now you're coming back as a fucking badass. And you're just fucking like, oh, you want to fuck with me? You want to fuck with me? Okay. And you just massacre everything. And some noob sees you do it like, hey, sir, sir, could you spare a copper, please? And you're like, die.
What's up, Brian? Thank you, man. I hope you're doing well, too.
So I don't know if that was your point, but EverQuest is probably a bad example. But
what's up,
you
D?
do revisit zones in that game.
Well, but here's my thing. It's the point of it is it's linear in design. So now we have a game like Elder Scrolls Online, and Tamriel kind of took that away, because then we could, utilize those zones more effectively. Right or wrong?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, so
where do you? I mean, on the map of ESO, your point is fucking very valid. On the
right.
map of ESO, where do we go? We go to 3 places probably.
Right, but this, my point of it is when we're talking about storyline and lore and enjoying the content in its essence, Elder Scrolls, there's no out leveling a contented area. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the way the scaling system they implemented the scaling, right? Where other traditional linear games, the progression system is so sloped. Like there's sometimes a half because we got to look how they gauge up leveling. That half the content in an area you might not have done because you out leveled it.
Right.
And are you going to go back? No. So it becomes content unplayed or content that's just wasteful.
And that's just the problem with these rushed MMOs.
Well, some of them are the more time-synced MMOs. That's been a waste of money in the overall perspective.
One thing EverQuest did to alleviate the need to keep making new zones and not reutilizing the old ones is they revamped some zones from being low to mid-level to
they gauged them a little bit better, right? But they still kept it within a gap.
There was amazing,
right?
And also putting certain quests that should be done by anyone at a high level, like maybe it was an important item that just did a crazy clicky ability, maybe it was a piece of gear you actually would have worn, maybe it was your epic weapon. But your quests would now, hey, you got to go farm this and this, or talk to this NPC in this low-level dungeon, or go down here in the depths and fucking sit here for 4 hours and hopefully get a rare spawn NPC that drops you the quest item you need. So they made it smart to where you would go in these zones.
I feel
in PvP, it made it a lot of fun because you'd be PvPing in these areas that you never would have otherwise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I feel like it's kind of a transition point. So the only way I can reference this is the genres in which the games were made for initially, and how the generations change or the adaptation of the model has to be adjusted. In this perspective, we are a generation of what? Dungeons and Dragon kids that were introduced to video games.
We don't want to play tabletop, though. We just want it to be
right.
To us in a bit.
But the elements of the tabletop are transferred within the video mechanics system when we were introduced to turn-based system. That all stems back from the D&D elements, right or wrong?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we have the class, the classic classes, and I roll first, I crit, so I hit this percentage of this die. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we see
the
that
of D&D.
Right, we see the transfer of the mechanics of classic D&D.
That's what EverQuest is.
Right, exactly.
Honestly.
It's exactly what it is. So the RPG elements, or even the questing, right? Because we got to take a look at the campaign settings in which D&D promoted the quests that you were on, or the adventures. So these were mini quests that DMs would take from campaign books, and of course this was also implemented in a larger structure of the RPG genre. So now, as we skip forward, no longer is tabletop the preferred method for kids in which to take countless hours to, use their imaginations to play. Instead, they're taking, more direct influences from media, and especially video games, and utilizing the features that the devs incorporate to play the content. And this is where the problem lies in how much time it takes for progression and how incentives become monotonous. So linear systems, it's all about what? Replaying the same content to progress, right? We know this. Like, I'm farming for plague doctors, so I'm going to have to, go here, there, and there. The quest served no function except what? Filling in the gap of lore, right? There's no incentive to it. There's nothing to gain anymore from questing, or and questing becomes kind of like a chore more than engaged for the player base. And then you have, because there's no form of consequences or choice or decisions, you're led. You know what I'm saying?
One thing we should have, and that's something that really defines your character, is there should be an epic weapon quest for your class.
Mm-hmm.
Templars should get an epic weapon.
Yeah.
Weapons. Sork should. Every class should have an epic quest or of armor or weaponry or something to define that they went through some shit and did all these quests and killed these mobs. And it should be like, go to fucking Cold Harbor and slay this fucking beast that takes like fucking 12 people to kill, like a world boss or some shit. You know what I mean? Or
what's cool is the Nemesis system, so Todd said. Well, see, and that's what I liked about Rift. Did you play Rift? You never played Rift, did you?
No, I didn't, but I actually remember the game.
Okay, so Rift had what they had called dynamic events, and we kind of have something slightly similar in this game with anchors. But in Rift, we had rifts, like openings that, once somebody opened a rift through a planar sigil or whatever, through
item that they get.
Yeah, and they would be able to open up the rift. You take the tear in the plane, in the elemental plane, and open it, and you'd have a dynamic event, and everybody would see this on their visual map. Now, what was really cool was I felt like Rift did this really well, but once again, we had a linear system in which those rifts only correlated with players between level 1 through X or X through Y, you know what I'm saying? So there was this form where, even doing rifts at one point at a certain progression was pointless, which the dynamic event in the graphics and the representation of the content was significant to the lore of the game, which I appreciated. But then they went on like a whole different level with their latest expansion, and I don't know, I asked myself what the hell happened. But, and of course, the problem of it is how to balance, especially when we're looking at a class-based system, because once again, class-based system refers back to what a linear progression system, which, in Sandbox, we got hard caps, and there are different elements of, like I said, point of content. And I feel like a lot of games now in the genre, like Ashes of Creation is coming out, right? I'm sure you heard of that game coming out.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Okay. It looks stunning. In matter of fact, they have some of the old school, first devs from EverQuest on the project. They have legendary devs on there.
I point out on that is that game's graphics looks amazing, and at the time that it was being in development, I remember seeing Black Desert Online and thinking, wow, that game's amazing too.
Right. Well, here's the problem with Ashes of Creation for me. One, they pigeonholed their release to PC only.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, okay, there's one thing that's going against you as a company. You have this beautiful game coming out
for a PC game,
right? And it's like, why aren't you exploring all your options it's all about accessibility moving forward. and now you're only going to be offering it to the PC player base, so those reduce your numbers in the market.
Well, I have a PC, so.
Well, and then the specs it takes to play it. So there's another question, because as I'm looking at the graphics and the footage, I'm like, it looks excellent. Me and my friend were talking about this, and I'm like, but I guarantee you're going to have the higher end specs. So you're looking at having to have at least a minimum of a $3,000, $4,000, maybe a $3,000. You could probably get away with a $2,500, $3,000 rig.
You could do a pre-built on it, I promise you. No matter
you
what.
could. I mean, you could save some money, but I'm just, and we make our like a pre-made, like a manufactured computer.
You could do like an i5 with a 1050.
No, this will be i7 only. I can tell you that it'll be it'll be at least next gen chipset.
Depends on how well they really fucking smooth out.
And but that's my point. It looks so fucking good. I guarantee you they gauged everything to the high end. Point.
Yeah, but a 1050 is no joke. I mean,
no, and I'm not saying it is. I'm not right. It's not a perfect balance game is boring as fuck. A mix of linear quests, repeatable bounties, RNG rewards, timed events. See, Todd, and I feel that is a good point. No, we're talking about in general, like what games are hitting and missing on. What I feel like, what I'm saying is, it's the incentive to do said what. Like questing, when you do questing, there's usually something giving you an incentive to doing it. Questing throughout the years have become chores more than incentivizing it. So, and then we have
the quests on ESO. Run here, do these 4 things, run back. That's a quest on ESO.
Are they taking you, or I gotta take you, honey?
That's okay. Annoying. Nobody wants to fucking.
There's dinner out there, by the way, too, honey.
1,000 times. Go run and do these 3 things, come back. Go run and do these 4 things, come back. Okay. Do these same 4 things. Go kill these 4 things. Like, it's just silly. The quest on EverQuest, for example, and I'm going to reference the game a lot because I say that it's one of the best MMOs, still is, at least in its classic form it was, before money and greed corrupted the fucking game. And SOE, who we mentioned earlier, is a shitbag company. They ruined EverQuest.
Well, it was SOE. Yeah, it was definitely SOE that kind of,
very, very meticulous about the game and was not the microtransaction player base. But they also had to come up with a model, which they had. It was a $15 a month subscription back then.
Well, and that business model worked for a lot of games. I mean, so that was the to-go-to expectation for most games. And what I like but Guild Wars changed the model dramatically. I mean, when we take a look at, D&D development, when we took a look at Dungeons & Dragons, and Dungeons & Dragons was still trying to go with the hub system, with the subscription-based model, I'm like, this makes no sense, because we have this same game the same setup in Guild Wars with the hub system, except with one exception. It's a buy-to-play model, and that's the problematic in the bigger picture of things about the consumer.
Here's a big issue with like MMO, specifically what's wrong with Elder Scrolls Online as a game and why we feel disconnected from it.
I don't feel disconnected from Elder Scrolls. I feel like the lore's done well.
Let me ask you this: how many characters do you have?
I have 23 characters.
How many do you have on PS4? Just on
PS4, I have 15 characters.
15 characters, right?
Right.
And I'm sure you've played all of them. You probably have them all leveled up.
Right.
But you probably only play a few, right? That you actually like.
Well, no, I mix and match. I try to, I mean, obviously, I play more than certain ones more than others, obviously, depending on certain circumstances. But I try to keep them pretty in balance and pretty much in check.
But you change your build around all the time, right?
Well, it depends. It really does. There's a lot of essence to build maintenance. Why is my team?
My point is that you
Hold
don't
on.
really have a sense of
God fucking damn it, these excuse my French. Go on, continue.
I'm saying you don't have a point. There's no identity with your character in this game. I mean, I made an Argonian. He's cool, but like with all the costumes, disguises, polymorphs, things like that, it takes away from the time you put into the game. It's like, oh, that looks cool, but it's like, what is it? It's just some costume bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, well, some people like the fluff, you know?
I get that, but on EverQuest, there's also like fashion quests. Like,
pussy.
You knew because of the class system that, oh shit, that's a badass fucking Shadow Knight running by. Oh my god, like, look at his fucking armor, you know?
What's up,
you
Bottles?
knew when dudes were established as badasses just by seeing them, you know what I'm saying? On this game, you don't know what the hell is what. Like, oh, that guy's a Templar, he can heal us? No, actually, he's a Stamplar tank. With the fucking bow build. Yeah! That's this game. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, on EverQuest there's like 12 classes, and, you know, this guy's a healer, this guy's not, this guy's a tank, this guy's a rogue, this guy's a mage, and judging on what they're wearing and what they look like, and you see them all the time, they're playing that guy. You're not playing 12 characters. It's like, oh shit, it's motherfucking Bottles. The fucking mage just rolled up. That dude's got a crazy robe on. He's a badass. On ESO, it's like, who the fuck is Dickface69? And why the fuck is he dressed like a woman in a wedding dress? That's ESO. Like, you don't give a shit about people. You just don't care about their characters. It's like, you telling me about your character, any one of you, it's like you tell me about your fantasy football team. I don't give a fuck about it. Because there's nothing to it. It's not established. It's not finite. It's cool. Well, today you're doing that.
What the fuck are these dudes doing? These pluses?
It's different when we gotta grind and go and do some badass like dungeon raid or some high-level zone and we grind some rare armor. It's like, oh shit, Bottle's got the chest plate of fucking flames. Oh,
well,
shit.
the thing about it is, but when you get into that, you put it, you're taking the element of what traditional Elder Scrolls out the window. Because remember, Elder Scrolls isn't about like, oh, this is the best in slot scenario. You know what I'm saying? What in the fuck is my team?
And I get that there's that jack of all trades approach to the games.
Well, the thing about it is,
it's a fucking MMO, and you have classes already.
They should have never went class based. Is what they should have never done.
What the fuck?
They should have never gone class based because the problem with the model is class based. Okay, so we have passives that don't inherit the same with every class across the board, and which is fine, but what you have are meta chasers who are trying to dictate that one set ideology applies to all aspects of gameplay for every class, and that is mathematically impossible in this game and in this format. You know what I'm saying? It literally becomes, you know, very dysfunctional, if you would. You know, it doesn't serve you know, a medium or a purpose directly, and it's like, you know, you have to understand this from a math standpoint. You know, you have to get that. Why are they all fucking chasing one fucking little stupid blade?
Is why these fucking bullshit companies keep catering to all these candy ass little fucking noobs and making these weak sauce pussified MMOs. That are just a money fucking grab and a bunch of microtransactions.
Well, did you heard about the FTC, right? The FTC might be outlawing loot boxes.
I don't give a fuck about. I won't even play a game with loot boxes unless it's Rocket League, because that game is great and I support it.
Why are these motherfuckers up there? These fucking. I'm
just tired of the bullshit MMOs we keep getting on console.
What
the fuck? You know damn well, Mystic, at playing them MMOs you guys.
No. There is no Ultima Online. There is no Ultima Online. There's one Ultima Online.
There never will be another one, because this is what we get to play right here. This fucking bullshit that we've settled for, and now 4 years deep, we're all used to it. We're used to it sucking, and we're like so involved. We're like,
There's only been one goddamn MMO that has the right to be like like Ultima Online, and that is Ultima Online.
And you know what? And Ultima Online deserves its sole lone spot on its
I mean, sure, it was 2D at the time, but it was the first. It was the grandfather of them all. If it wasn't for goddamn Ultima Online, where the fuck would we be? God dang. These dudes suck.
MMO of all time. And I will say that EverQuest is the best 3D MMO of all time. And it wouldn't have been EverQuest without a game like Ultima Online. It helped shape it.
SWG was badass.
Again, who do you think made that game? The same motherfuckers that made the first EverQuest in the original game. That's why it was so fucking good. Promise you that. Same reasons. Star Wars Galaxies and EQ1. Equally nasty. And they don't make them like they used to, that's for fucking sure. Now we gotta deal with all the fucking kids and everybody whining on a forum or social media, Twitter. I loved it and my character's no good. I can't use uppercut and spam snipe.
We can. That's fine with me, I guess. I don't...
We need one more, maybe?
Yeah, we would need one more, ideally. In a perfect world.
I might have a couple people on. Mystic, I don't mean to bash ESO, because I'm playing it. But, you know, you gotta admit, man, like, don't you just wish that modern MMO wasn't so vanilla and watered down and catering to the fucking the whiners so much? Like, just be your own game and make people deal with it.
Hold on. Yeah, I mean, well, like I said, I mean, if I come out with my own company, a lot of things are going to be different. I don't want people to anticipate what I mean, I've owned my product for years. So let's get this straight. My product is not like everybody else's. So,
well, I'm already I supported Pantheon. I sent them $100 because from what I've seen of it so far, it really looks like promising to somebody that enjoyed a game like EverQuest. The spin-offs that they made from that, Vanguard and...
Vanguard, I remember Vanguard. I was so hopeful for Vanguard. I was there for Vanguard the entire time, man.
Star Wars Galaxies, the reason why they were so successful is because they used EverQuest developers.
Yeah, it was the same lore.
Well, they hired them because they knew that EverQuest was the most popular game and they needed a Star Wars MMO at the time.
God dang, my team sucked. They were like, oh, you saw, what the fuck?
They used the same engine and code, really.
No, it didn't. It's same engine, but they were trying to switch the code around with Vanguard because they wanted more realistic. They were trying to implement player housing. The trees would actually chop down. Flying mounts. There were a lot of different elements, so the same engine, but they tried to implement different code elements to the program. So,
well,
Sylvia, what's up?
They need to fucking stop making bitch ass MMOs. I'm tired of it.
My whole problem is that I'm an end game level player. I don't really have time to guild up and run 12-man content. So my end game is PvP and the performance is trash most days. In this game, absolutely. And that's the problem with Elder Scrolls. Where are you at in your end game? My end game is not in PvE. It's in PvP now. Because PvE, you know, I have my gears and stuff, and what I want for my in-game gear. So where am I at? What am I left for? What's my incentive? These become questionable, right? I mean, I could go ahead and acquire these other things on the other platforms. This is true.
The problem with the 12-man shit is that RNG, so you're not like going there to fucking possibly. You're gonna have to waste a lot of time and be with a lot of players and commit to a guild or whatever to get to do that.
Hey, can you guys throw me an invite whenever whoever's going to be leading this? Yeah, I got one or two I can do. Yeah, are you in, dude? Bottle? Like, what the hell, Bottle? You're the one making the recommendation. You didn't log in yet?
I invited.
Oh, God. We've been talking the entire time, Bottle.
Bob, I got about you, though.
It never ends, though. I'll tell you that's the chore of this game, isn't it? Getting those writs.
I have not even done.
I love the elements what Elder Scrolls has. The crafting system, the viable crafting system. I love it. I love so many. There are a lot of pro elements incorporated in the game. So I don't want people to give me, to misunderstand what I'm saying. But we still have issues to end game elements, obviously incentivizing.
I'm not saying change ESO.
No. We're trying to say give us some extra, a little incentive, and get performance. Yeah, and get performance under control. That's only two things I'm saying. Balance can always be adjusted. And you have to take that serious. But making it proper incentives and performance is the two issues. That's kind of going hand in hand with the end game, especially for PvP.
I ranted about it. I was ranting because we don't get enough by diversity of MMOs on consoles.
Now, see, here's the thing, though. I feel like the diversity's here. I know you're like, you have your Templar healer and stuff, and you're kind of like whatever. But like my Nightblade healer, I wouldn't know how to play this game had I not started out with my Nightblade healer. And I applaud ZeniMax for the unique approach in which they incorporated the classes to play every role.
But you do think that classes were unnecessary. They could have just made skill lines.
That's why I keep saying they shouldn't have went with classes. They should have went with the skill lines. Absolutely. Go with them as in skill lines. In this way, you could be more diverse in approaching your unique build.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ability with the fucking Nightblade.
Right, absolutely. I agree 100%, brother. I agree 100%. This is the flaw of trying to theme park the game like World of Warcraft.
One way or the other.
Making it maybe too familiar for players where the community. Well, see, the problem of it is the community. They felt like the community wouldn't know how to adapt to this. But any hardcore Elder Scrolls fan always makes the adaptation to how to uniquely put their like you said. Value or putting their character together and valuing that character as a whole.
Right.
And maybe that's the elements that were missing from this, where it didn't get the recognition from the hardcore Elder Scroll fans who deem Elder Scrolls Online not a true adaptation of Elder Scrolls.
I mean, I still play it because it is different, but I feel like there's certain things that they really missed the mark on, and they can improve on.
Well, you can always make improvements.
Of the game. It definitely suffered, and it's ongoing. 2014, keep counting.
Yeah, this is 4 years later, and that's why I quit paying, because I'm like, I can't pay for a beta no more.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
I'm like, at this stage, we shouldn't see some of the issues that's been plaguing the game since beta, up until this far in launch. Like, they've improved a lot. I'm not diminishing the feats of the development team. Please do not get me wrong, guys, ladies and gentlemen.
Game, though. Let's not forget that.
Well, and the thing about it is, I feel like
I'm not giving them any benefit of the doubt, though, because they have had time. But it's a piss poor online experience most of the time in Cyrodiil.
Engine-wise, let's like take a look at the engine. I feel the engine did very well representing Elder Scrolls. Like, Havoc is a good element or engine to embody the Elder Scrolls landscape, right? It has its appeal for setting the Elder Scrolls universe, from a graphic standpoint, from implementation to execution. Havoc, it delivers in that essence. But when we're talking about multi-platforming execution, Havoc has kind of had a couple of ups and downs, and they can make adaptations to the source code for the structure of the engine, But however, there's a lot of little things that have to be done from the engineering standpoint to that software. It's not about dev execution now. We're talking about software engineering and how to adapt that code for stability purposes for networking. And I feel like that was a couple of the problems that, Havoc kind of revealed. Like, when we were falling through the world on gap closers, or you know what I'm saying, or going through a wall and we get a plaid screen. There was like so many little things that was not, source code. It wasn't resolution to code issues. It was engine capability to networking, that fell through. And I feel like that was a couple of the major issues that you could see reflected. But I felt like the engine was a solid engine for them to incorporate for the embodiment of the universe that they were trying to put together. But an execution for multi-platform, I mean, you never know what it's going to do, what an engine's going to do until you put it. Because remember that this isn't Unreal. Unreal's had how many years of multi-platforming experience over, its counterparts.
Yeah, but that's what makes it the choice engine.
Foremost for a lot of developers, if they're going to have multiplayer. I agree, 100%.
Epic had it right.
Well, and they've had the years to develop that and to adapt it, that engine. So I feel like that's one of those things that companies have to take a look at also when going into development.
I had Unreal Tournament on PC. It ran great. The graphics were amazing. It was a great game.
It's definitely more flexible in its entirety, absolutely. And I love the Unreal Engine.
It's an amazing engine.
It really is.
Engine was an amazing engine.
But Korea comes out with their own engines a lot of times. The Korean gamers, and I'll tell you what, their net coding is par none probably some of the best network coding I've seen. I mean, seriously, they don't mess PUBG. Around with networking.
It was shit at the beginning, but it was PUBG. It was pretty. They've improved the fuck out of the game. I will say that. It's way different when I first started playing to now.
Yeah,
PUBG is completely different.
Well, and I feel like the genres keep us on our toes. But when we take a look at the gaming industry as a whole. I keep lately all the bad publicity bottles. Have you been keeping up with the gaming industry, like with the scandals? Fuck no. I mean, seriously? Okay. So I'm going to fill you in. Okay. Listen, I'll play catch up. So I didn't know if you knew bottles. I think I told you too. I'm trying to start my own company. Did I tell you that? Okay. So I have a meeting next week. I have an incubator meeting next week. So, So find out. We'll find out. So the main thing about it was lately the gaming industries had been plagued with some major issues. One being Bethesda because of the Fallout 76. So Fallout 76 had source code copy from Fallout 4 and Skyrim. They actually put a Skyrim dragon in Fallout 76.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and then on top, you heard about the canvas bags, right? Okay, so the collector's edition was supposed to come with a canvas bag. They sent a nylon bag. Well, no, yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of issues. People wanted their money, and they're like, well, if you've already downloaded the game, you can't get a refund.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
There's like, it was a big design disaster after disaster after disaster, and it was like, and then
Battlefield 5, dude.
Battlefield 5, another prime example. Though I will say Battlefield 5 does play well though.
But there was how much? It was 50% off the first week.
Yeah, because they didn't do research and development. They did development and skipped research.
No one wants to fucking play World War II Battlefield, and the people that do are the only ones posting about it.
Well, the main thing is how the storylines went, and
No, God damn it! You want Battlefield 4 Redux? You want Battlefield 4 1+1. That's what you want.
It was crazy.
BF4 2.0.
So yeah, so Dice ate up a little bit of like on that, and then all of a sudden we also take a look at Blizzard announcing their new Diablo wasn't going to be Diablo 4. It was going to be a Diablo Immortal, which was only a mobile port.
They're fucking up. These companies, they're so greedy. They're just rushing these fucking games out. They're not ready. And they're like, it's okay, we'll patch it.
And then, of course, Daybreak, Bottles laid off 70 people right before Christmas. 70 people last week.
Yeah. They're scumbags, dude. $15 a month for Chrono to buy a month subscription on EQ, which is also able to be.
Well, I mean, but you can pay $15 for your all access now. All access is down to $15 a month, dude.
That's what it is.
Well, it was 25. It was 25. All access was
currency.
That's the in-game currency. But what I'm saying is, remember when you would have to pay $15 for each individual, and then they had the all-access bundle pack?
Yeah.
Then that was $25. Well, now it's $15. But the problem of it is that's only available for PC players. Now we have PlanetSide 2. We have H1Z1. You don't need the access, and we also have DCUO on Xbox and PS4 platform. So why not had ported over that bundle pack to those player base to increase revenue?
Dude, they're all greedy, man. The
but
only
what
company I don't see the sheer greed in is Rockstar, and even I've heard stories that they work their employees to fucking death. Man.
Well, I mean, Rockstar's been coming out with at least consistent quality programs.
They're the only company that releases a fucking complete game.
Right.
And it's like, hey, it's like the old days. We paid $60, we got a fucking full game out of this. Good to go. Like. No bullshit, it just runs.
Fallout is a debacle. Fallout 76 was a bad attempt, yeah.
I have not played Red Dead 2
so,
a whole lot,
have you guys heard?
I have not yet not enjoyed it. It has been worth my $60.
I've seen the notification that you like. Everybody raves about it, Red Dead, yeah.
I think it's great. I'm not even really a big GTA fan anymore, but you know what? I've enjoyed every time I've got on it. Now, I have had some issues, like a bugged quest, but that's it.
The thing about it is, I feel like that game is kind of an example of like where you would anticipate MMOs to go lean towards. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, it's just a great sandbox game. Like, wow.
Right.
They really did it. Like, wow, they made a fucking Red Dead even better than the old one. They made it better than GTA 5.
The funny thing about what was it? Like Blizzard, the phenomenon with Blizzard. Now I'm going to ask you guys a couple questions. Now, Bottles, have you played World of Warcraft?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, perfect. So World of Warcraft, best graphics in gaming. Yes or no? No, I'm going to say World of Warcraft, best graphics in gaming. Yes or no? No. Okay. No. Don't get into details. No. Okay.
No.
World of Warcraft. Best PvP experience in MMOs. Okay. World of Warcraft. Best balance in MMOs. No, yes or no?
I would say yeah, because I never hear anybody bitching about.
It's the worst, actually. They're always it's called Flavor of the Month. Where did Flavor of the Month come from? WoW.
EverQuest. EQ.
Okay, well that's debatable. So you guys say yes.
So many EverQuest, but you got to understand, so many EverQuest players immediately shifted to WoW.
World of Warcraft, the most memorable quest lines in MMOs. No. Okay. So, now, let's get to why. The elements of why World of Warcraft is so successful. Everything it did was intentionally by design. So the bad graphics were intentional. Why? No. So more players who couldn't afford the top systems could afford to play it.
Yeah.
See, they already knew. They were like, you know, hey, we're going to need at least a guard over here, guys. Hey, they're taking it from back. They're taking it from the back.
Trying to come back. I'm getting hosed. Oh, God.
Bump him.
I wasn't trying to stray too far. I was trying to engage them before they got to it.
Do we have a healer?
Coming. Yeah.
What the fuck, man?
They're dead, though.
We need two on. We need two on. We need two. Who's guarding? I'll guard. I mean, I don't give a shit. We need two guards.
Me and you. Me and you.
And then you need two to go and make it. We got to make sure they're going in the same direction. Okay, so Blizzard was a little smart, right? Okay, you stay with him. Me and Paz will go get our shit back. Hopefully, maybe.
Yeah. If you get halfway, I'll come meet you with heals.
Well, you guys already have one holding, so we're just trying to get ours.
I can just play cut off, man.
Why?
You know, to the base.
See, this is one thing I hate, a team that's dumb.
They have our relic and...
Anyways, so Blizzard was really smart. I'm not even paying attention, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't paying attention in the beginning, but fuck it. So anyways, so Blizzard came out with a good game plan. They knew, hey man, we've got to go ahead and make it accessible so more players can buy it. Hey, come back, come back. I cannot heal you when you're up there, Bottles.
Bottles, come back. Fuck me up. I guess 200 people hit me, I couldn't even see.
I can't! Alyssa! Oh my god, my kids. Okay, thank you. Put it in! They scored, didn't they? They scored. Put it in. It's going to go in. Put it in. Put it in, Bottles. Put it on the thing. It's going to score. It's going to come back anytime.
We're good. We're good. We're good. Fucking Sorks.
Stay by. We need two by there. Stay by there. See?
I know. They're coming up.
Okay. Who's staying and who's going? I'll go.
Turbo stand. Turbo stand.
God dang it. I tried. They're not guarding. Who's supposed to come with me? Yeah, he should be on here. It's supposed to be two get start, two guard, and two go.
We're getting hit at the base, boys.
Yeah, I'm on my way back. I died, obviously. It's supposed to be two and two at all times.
I love how I just keep missing. That's always cool.
Now see, if the other team was smart, they would just go get theirs. You know what I'm saying? But see, we need two people to stay. That's what I'm saying. Okay, well, I don't know what Paz is doing. Unless we're communicating, that's what scares the fuck out of me.
Dude, just you and Bottles go.
Now, see, he went, man. That's what... Oh, my God. See, there's not... I'm with you.
All right.
Stay together with them, Bottles, and hopefully you guys cap it up. But hurry up, because we're going to get company.
A fruitful move.
Hurry, Bottles. Run your ass back here quick.
I'm using Torx right now.
Run it, Bottles. Run it, run it, run it.
Torx, Julianos, and Red
Bottles, how'd you get tied up like that? God fucking dang, Purple. Why did anybody grab it from their team? Oh my god. Capture the relic. Fucking Purple. Who in the fuck is that dumbass Purple? Are they fucking high as a fucking kite? Do they not know what a fucking objective is? Fucking idiots.
Drop their relic.
Paz needs to be on mic. Whoever's in a pre-made needs to be mic'd.
I can't invite him because I'm the only one defending while you're here. I'll invite him. Calm your tits, Mystic. Calm your tits. Hold on, I'm inviting him. We're good.
Come on, Bottles. God, son of a bitch.
Zuzu's got it, but I'm coming to heal him.
Paz needs, yeah, heal him. Keep him healed. Bottles, come up and support me.
He went through the tunnel, bro.
No, he did not. Kill him. Kill him. Kill the one on the flag. You guys, we need to get these purple bastards out of here.
Yeah, I just had the Earth Core and Resto all.
Bottles, go now to the red. Wait, we got a red. Grab it. Oh my god, it's someone. I mean, seriously, this dude better not, like...
Come on, he's not going down. Really?
Oh, really? God dang it! Get their shit!
How are we not killing this
fucking Purple's behind us fucking up! We just got... fucking Purple's little bitch asses! Can somebody hug a son of a bitch?
Motherfucker.
Paz should be in here, man. I'm about to freak the fuck out, man.
Bro. Calm down, Mystic. It's okay.
I mean, you're in a pre-made. You should be mic'd up.
I just invited him just a minute ago. I got to invite him to the party.
Hey, I need a person on my back. Who's on a 6?
I'm right here, bro.
Okay.
Right here. Scoping out to see.
2 go, 2 stay. Yeah. Never changes.
We're trying to hold it. Alright, I'm gonna have to heal him, so just hold up, mister. Just watch it. Come back. He's good right now.
Here they come. We got incoming. Better be scoring really quick. You got Blade. Okay, go again, hurry. Because if red gashes up, leave this. Go Bottles, ignore it. You need to be there right for the spawn, because they're not paying attention.
Picked up the relic.
Fuck.
Coming back up, Mystic.
If that fucking red scores, goddamn fucking Purple! These motherfuckers are dumb.
They returned it.
They're fucking dumb. We're gonna... Fucking bullshit. Purple's trash. Who in the fuck is on this purple fucking goddamn team?
Let's go steal their shit.
This dude, they're trash. You gotta push red now. You have to push red. You have to. You don't got a choice. You have no choice now. You have no choice. It's all about the red push. You're gonna have to hold there. I'm gonna have to try to sneak out and try to get... Look at them. They're just sitting in the middle like a bunch of fucking idiots. You got one blade coming up on your 6, Turbo.
There's too many of them.
I can't... These guys are dumb. They just handed red the win right there. They didn't guard. I guarantee you red grabs it right here.
By the egg, they picked up the relic.
Purple grabbed ours. Alright, you're right.
They're fucking dumb! They fucking have an intelligence of a fucking bean!
You dead. I stunned him.
Somebody...
Fuck.
Who? Did anybody throw a fucking heal? There's red. There's the win. Purple is so fucking stupid! I'm done already. I'm already done. I need to have 4 people on a mic. I am anal about these things when I'm in pre-made. That's Turbo. I am anal about it. If I'm not on page with one person in a pre-made, I freak the fuck out. I will freak the fuck out.
Well, to be fair, it was a really dumb match with Purple.
Well, like I mean, just bad. Purple was dumb. They were meant to lose.
That's it. They were just running around.
It doesn't help that I'm missing a player on my team on a mic.
Well, I invited him.
It's like, dude, get your ass in here. I'll do one more.
He's good. He's definitely better than having a rando.
Well, I mean, that's not the point. If we're not on page with strategy, we're not on page with strategy.
I got you.
It's like, you know...
It's also,
you guys deal with this while I go masturbate in a corner, you know? You guys don't, you know? You know? It's like, remember like Rainbow Six when it first came out? Anybody had PlayStation 2 here? Remember Rainbow Six when it first came out? And you were mic'd up? And you really enjoyed that mic because you were coordinating the rooms in which you were trying to execute your objective when you were playing objectives. Remember that?
Yeah.
And you would coordinate nice. Because you'd had to. You'd be like sniper on roof. Sniper on roof. And if somebody wasn't mic'd up and didn't hear you relaying the you know what was going on or the coordinates, guess what happened to your fucking co-op? It's the same principle. It's like you're pre-made now. Now I'm in the Hall of Shame for losing the pugs with a pre-made. It's unfucking excusable. It's like I need complete coordination. I'm anal. And people don't understand that. It's like I'm this way in life. Like I expect full communication is what I'm saying.
All right. Well, then don't start screaming.
Well, I'm always screaming.
That's not good communication, Mystic.
Okay. No, but, you know.
God damn it!
It's the only time I scream is when things don't go right. It's like, it's like I tell somebody, I'm like, did I tell you not to stick your hand in there? Yeah? Then why the fuck did you do it?
Because it was cool.
Yeah, it's like, you know?
I invited Pazuzu.
I do come down on myself at just as hard.
Gonna fucking yell at me.
What's up, Paz? What happened, Paz? I was like, where's Paz's mic and where's he at?
He was just playing.
Well, I know he was playing. Did you queue it?
I'm about to, because he's in the party now.
Purple is being so fucking dumb. Like, they had one flag cap, and they're just sitting there. Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? And they're like...
trying to kill the people that were trying to kill the fucking cap. Like, we're chasing the guy with the relic that's about to score on everyone.
On everybody! We're helping them try to get their relic off of them.
They helped them get the relic instead of
I
fucking killing the relic.
Oh, I was like, what a bunch of fucking morons.
You can't do relic with threes, dude. It should be 2 teams, not fucking 3.
I don't mind the 3 team. I don't mind it.
Deathmatch, okay, whatever.
I don't mind it.
I'd rather do 2.
Yeah. There's a lot of things I don't. I absolutely don't mind.
6v6.
I feel Battlegrounds performs so much better in this game than Cyrodiil.
Oh yeah.
Like this game, a game like this is meant for Battlegrounds. You know?
Battlegrounds is like the bastard child of PvP.
Well, but it has more dynamic features to it than Cyrodiil currently.
It's the best part of PvP since they've implemented it.
Right.
Except we agree the sigil was a little bullshit, but they took it out.
Like I want Cyrodiil to be really good. I remember back in those days of DAOC, Dark Age of Camelot. I remember seeing the first time that a wall was like opened up from Siege, and I mean it wasn't as good as now, right, but it gave you this feeling like, oh my god, we just penetrated the outer wall. Oh my god, You know what I'm saying?
Cyrodiil's boring as fuck.
And when you go into Cyrodiil, all you have are like the 2 groups are like, we're the 1vXers or the wannabe 1vXers, and you are all the Zerglings if you play Siege. And I'm like, why in the fuck did they put these keeps here? Why is there a scoreboard? We don't know, but you guys are fucking Zerglings. It's like, okay. Who wants to play Siege? It doesn't work half the time anyways, and that I can't argue.
Siege is too easy to disrupt.
Mm-hmm. It's not supposed to. Right.
If you're standing outside of it and they're in it, should.
Mm-hmm. No, and there are, there's those fine moments. I feel like the game has its strengths towards siege play, but the problem of it is the performance is so like I was in Cyrodiil yesterday. And, I can't tell you how bad the lag just really was.
Anytime there's an event.
Mm-hmm. But isn't that an indication that memory leak, that's a memory leak. We're aware of that, right? We all can contest that's a memory leak. Why it took Zoss? Why did Zoss find that memory leak up front? Why? Mike, when you're going for performance checks, and that should be all the time, the first thing you should ask yourself is during the memory dump, how much memory is how fast is the memory pushing up? How fast is it's gathering it up again? There's indicators to show if you're standing in one place, how much memory is being used without even firing an ability. You know what I'm saying? Like, these tests should have been done. Like, these are fundamental tests for preventing memory leaks or finding memory leaks. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
most companies would have this game fixed within the first year.
Like, how didn't you? Why did you perform like certain tests to see what? Because as it's going on from the tool set, you see the code on the code screen, right? It's firing up, right? You see it. It's going. It's like a combat screen, except it's a code screen. Instead of going down, you see the code. The code's, it's everything that's going on in the background. If a bird's flying in the background, you'll see it. You know what I'm saying? And it'll show it, how much memory is being utilized, right? And it's like, why in the fuck didn't you see the search, all this memory being taken, and see that, and isolate it? Why wasn't that looked at? I wouldn't say they're idiots. I'm just, from a common sense standpoint, you would have to ask yourself, why didn't you, isolate some of these incidences, is what I'm wondering. Why wasn't certain incidences isolated? I'm not saying it would have been an easy fix. I'm not, giving that out, but, take care, Roz. Turbo sounded just like Mystic. Cat both now. It's not really a pre-made. It's not all min-maxed out. Turbo, great Mystic impression of you yelling at when you were like, they liked you impersonating me. I'm an asshole. You guys should see me in the workplace, man. Like most of the time, I got along with all my coworkers and stuff, majority of the time. But if I say one thing, I don't like repeating myself, and especially in a work environment. Oh, hell no, you do not make me repeat myself. You can say, hey, we didn't get that done.
I talk shit all day at work.
Yeah, my thing about it is just like, you know what? I just, it's like an itinerary. It's just like, we got to do this, this, and that. Let's get it done. Anything that's not done, cough up the beans. What didn't we get done? What needs to be applied to the next business day? So on and so forth. Just cut the shit, right?
You're there to work.
Right. Well, yeah, you're there for results. It's about results.
And to slightly make fun of each other.
And slightly to make money, right? And it's like.
And then money.
Right.
Money's part of it.
Well, at the end of the day, you got to make before you spend. Some people's like, yeah, spend money, make money. I'm like, this is true, but if you're an established business, you got to be making money to justify spending money.
For example, I stay at my job. My money would be the same on another job, but my benefits are different.
Like I said, personally for me, I'm just I'm an asshole. I'm a narcissistic asshole. And I know this. I'm not the hardest person to get along with.
Tell.
You can't tell? You can't tell? Somebody's like, you can't be a narcissist. Narcissists can't self-diagnose themselves. And I'm like, who said I self-diagnosed myself? I just agreed with the shrink. I'm like, does that make me psychotic? No. Does that make me a sociopath? No. Then we're good? Yeah. Okay, cool.
I don't know. Narcissistic, whatever. Everybody's something.
I guess.
Bottles and I are fucking.
I get really bad anxiety, too. You're a nice guy?
You're a chill guy.
I'm not a chill dude, man.
And their wives.
Yeah, I'm gonna drill something. The funny thing is, though, a lot of people are like, Mystic's funny, but he can just blow up, whatever. And I do, but at least I always apologize. So I'm always, I've
played with you enough times to know that you, A, are competitive, and B, you're just in the fucking game, in the zone, and that's just part of you fucking playing the game.
It's not personal, absolutely, right. I don't think I ever go personal.
Sometimes you're ninja focused and you don't yell, and sometimes it's like a bunch of shit's going on. You're like, God damn it!
Right.
It's like, fuck, you know?
Yeah. I think we're all like that, though. In the back of my mind, I think we're all like that somewhat. I might be wrong.
Sometimes.
Yeah, like honestly, the way I look at it, and I get it, like I'm sometimes a little more to handle than most, and I admit that. But you know, I do take people's like if you have something to say, Bottles. Like in my opinion, I value your insight, your feedback. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm just an ass. But at least I'm not an inconsiderate ass. At least I'm a considerate asshole. So,
you're just fucking. Right. You just get hyped. That's
right. All. I'm passionate. It's passion that fuels this fire.
Get their ass kicked. We want to kick ass. You're not trying to fucking lose. I play to win too.
Right.
Sometimes shit's just out of our control, though, too. You know.
No, stop it. Like, I don't care. No, stop. No.
Wampa.
No.
He said Wampa.
Wampa. No. Like, personally, like, you know, the thing about it is for me in a business environment is just, like, you know, like, I'm a type of person, it's all reflective. Everything that needs to be reflected. Like, my boss, I remember... My boss had a love-hate relationship with me. He loved to have me there, but at the same time, he hated, like, certain moments with me. Meaning I wasn't afraid to go in his fucking office and bitch him out. One example, we had a new financial product come in. And I was, you know, training people to this new product line. And I remember there was an exclusion that wasn't set right. So I'm like, we can't have them doing this yet. And they're like, what do you mean? And they're like, I'm like, we can't fucking sell this fucking product. And they're like, well, that's not your decision. I'm like, what my fucking decision is fucking called liability. Right. So I'm bitching at him. I'm like, you better get our fucking lawyers and the fucking people who wrote this bullshit and get it fucking fixed. Because this exclusion is a problem for us. It could come back and bite us in the ass.
Right.
And he didn't like how I directed it towards him. Because he tried to dictate to me what I was going to do.
He's a dictator. That's his leadership type.
And I was like, no, we're not. And he hated the fact that I told him no. And I'm like, no, but it only took a day and we got it resolved. But had I not said anything, would it have gotten resolved as quick? It was my point.
Fuck no.
Right! Right! So here I am, he hates me.
You better whip ass, Mystic.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, we can go
bottles.
Right. So it was funny to me that, you know, people hate how I approach it, but somebody's got to be the dick. You know, even if I got to be dick to the boss, I'm saving you money in the long run. So I don't know, get sued? You know? Yeah, stay up here. Hug to the back end. Come to the back end. Come to the back end, Bottles.
Go to the fucking pavilion.
I'm dead.
Healing. Come back here where I'm at.
We got both teams on us. Bottles, you never lead down that far. What was you smoking?
Good shit.
Oh, I'm dead. We're toast. You got
no, some things are going down.
Keep within, because I knew we were gonna get pinched sooner or later, guys. You know, you can't go down when you got 3 faced in. We can't afford to go down in. We have to kite them out. We have to kite them into position. It's all about coordination, man.
Uh-oh, there we go.
You guys better, like, start moving out of there. How'd you guys get... You guys just got in position. Now we're trapped. You guys got to get out of there. Come back towards our base. Use these trees. Position red behind... Oh, I'm dead. Okay, you don't want to be in the middle of a team. Do you like being peanut butter? Anybody here like peanut butter? Yeah. Don't get peanut buttered. Okay? Yeah, do not get peanut buttered. We want to be on the outside. We want to be the bread. Yeah, I mean, all I'm seeing is a bunch of people getting peanut buttered over and over again.
I just got fucking focused.
Yeah, because we're getting peanut buttered. Don't drop. Do not drop. Don't. One second.
Stop fucking running off. Let's fucking kill these fucks. I just got spammed.
Alright, I'm back.
Jesus Christ.
1 sec.
Bunch of light attacks got me good.
I'm dying because my daughter's just like, Dad, Dad. I'm like, hold on. Okay, now listen. Oh my God. Why? Okay, now, you drop down when you can justify it, but God, for God's sakes, don't get pigeonholed, okay? Don't chase, and that's the #1 rule. If you're gonna PvP with me, don't fucking chase. For God fucking sakes. Good. Okay.
They're just Dawnbreaker spamming.
It's Cow and Gumbo. Yeah, they're chasing me. They're chasing me down purposely. Guys, for God fucking sakes, we're getting focused on. We got both teams on our ass. Don't drop until you can you get whatever. Stay together, lay down the heals, get the ground heals down so we can keep it up. Do not break at all and keep a 90-degree positioning apart from each other. Because I cannot, I'm not going to repeat myself. I give an order, you execute.
Well, let's quit getting raped.
Okay, okay, now listen. Green is our positioning point. Now take this purple. Now look. See how he's up here? Come back over to the stairs. Right here. Use this as a line of sight. Okay, take green. I'm dropping on him now. Keep backpedaling. Backpedal, Turbo. They're just focusing you, Turbo, from the top.
I use my ulti, it's okay.
I know, but we gotta move it. We've got to keep them out of the line, man. I'm getting focus fired. We're getting focus fired heavy by both teams. They're just keep focusing us. I'm getting fucking pinned every fucking chance I get. Fuck all you stalkers. Cal and Gumbo and all of you little bitches, fuck all of you. Okay, now come on. Get up top there. Get on top. #1 rule to PvP. Height has the advantage. Oh my God. Too late.
Dude is just spamming light attacks. They're in like 2K.
I can't. Stay. Regroup. Stop. Stop. Regroup. Regroup. Turbo. Get down here. Regroup. I'm gonna flip out, man. I'm about 2 seconds from it. Okay, now move together. Keep a 90 degree. If you're on my 6 and you're kissing my ass, I'm gonna freak out on you. Look, Gumbo, how much you suck, actually. Now push through the purples. Bullshit.
They still like fucking kills, man.
Push through purple. Who is down there fucking off in the back? If I say push through, there should be a push through. You better, yeah, if I say it, you're on it. There's no question of like, oh, wait a minute, I'm catching up. No, 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 you're not. Get the fuck moving.
Can't just take off though either.
Right. I'm right in front of you guys. There's no taking off. I'm like literally 3 feet from you. Now we're flanked. Too little, too late. Pull back. Go push, Pat. Never mind. Three is outscoring us. We have 4. Okay, whoever's coming up, call it out first. God damn it, please. Start talking. I don't mind following. Just tell me an order.
Kill fucking Buzz.
Uh-huh. I am! I'm a militant! I'm not here for casual play.
Everybody focus these fucks.
Who is what these fucks?
Oh, up the stairs, go up the stairs.
Okay, that's a lot better.
Stay up here. Oh, we can't. Go back down the stairs.
Which way, left or right?
Main stairs, here they come up it right now. Damn abilities.
I need a heal.
I do too.
Who's the healer?
Behind this.
Do we have a healer?
I mean, I'm healing, but I'm not a healer. No, I'm using my fucking torch scope.
So we don't even have a dedicated healer?
You're getting focused, bro. I healed you.
Regroup.
My heal doesn't do fucking 20k. Their damage did, though. There's your buddy Gumbo.
He sucks. He never hits number 1 in anything. Push through.
I'm killing every fucking pet I see.
Told you. Okay, don't chase, don't split. Purple's right in front of us. Pull back. Pull back a little bit. Bring them in. Nice cleanse. Keep kiting them in. Oh, we're way too tight. Okay. Spread out just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, because they're fucking, like I said, they're stalkers, man. Got you, motherfucker. See, Gumbo, you suck, dude. All your dudes will suck. You ain't shit without fucking sucking on my dick. And everybody else on it.
They're literally only focused on killing Mystic.
I know. Right.
Hilarious.
That's all it is, man. See, Gumbo, you suck, dude.
It's
Suck a dick. Hey,
nuts.
was my cock in your mouth, bitch?
Just watching flock to you. Like
All they're doing is watching my stream and doing exactly where they're cheating like a motherfucker. Bye.
Bye.
Batter, batter. I'm stuck. Oh, I'm trying to get out. Okay, we got one on the side here being a little brave bitch.
He's warding like a little bitch.
There comes green, hug their wall, and turn around. Hug the wall and turn around, turn around, turn around. Okay, push through the purple. Bye, bitch. Suck my fucking dick. You all suck, Gumbo. You bitches suck. That's why you're on my fucking cock heavier than fucking bullshit.
Dawnbreaker, Dawnbreaker, Dawnbreaker. I'm good, Breaker.
You brought a new character in a pre-made with me bottles? Are you crazy? No, that you don't. Not when I'm streaming. You don't do that. Yeah, I'm always streaming. No, we're not. No, we're not. Yeah, no, we're not. We're nowhere. We're if this was money, if I was going in a tournament with money, I would not be taking this team. If there was $1 million on the line, you think I would take this team? Well, what I'm saying is, that's how you have to think about it, all the time, every day. You got to think. You got to have that mentality, brother. Yeah, that's the mentality you have to have. Why do I have purple, green, and fucking purple, and everybody else on me? You little fucking kicks. You fucking all suck. Get the fuck off me, you little fucking wannabe motherfuckers. And Gumbo, you better hope you're first for your team, but you'll probably be third or last. That's all you ever are, you little fucking bitch. You're a little wannabe. I got purple up here fucking just spamming shit. Give me this motherfucker. This motherfucker sucks, this fucking Sork. You are the worst fucking Sork ever, you bitch. God. Nobody actually finished. And looky, Gumbo isn't number one. Let's see what he did. 519,000. And I did 467. And I still was getting focused. Fuck all of you. Fuck you, Cal. Fuck you, Gumbo. Fuck you, Sam. Well, actually, I can't say that. Sam's actually good. So, fuck all you motherfuckers focusing me. You fucking little cocksuckers. At least it says something.
Get on your fucking Torix guy.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm done. I gotta get going. Graham, you have the heal on Mystic on the outside. Yep. Dude, seriously, if I'm streaming, I have stalkers. Seriously.
You
Like,
do.
why would you not
do.
have like the most optimal build in?
I've seen them dudes before too. You do.
You
have
can't play
problems.
casual with me. You're not allowed to do that, especially in a pre-made. You put me 3 times in the Hall of Shame. I'm in the Hall of Shame now. I'm in the Hall of Shame.
No one really gives a shit.
I
Just
give a
fuck.
shit.
Why?
Because I'm a former elitist. Like, I'm a 2-time GM from World of Warcraft. Like, I'm the best. I'm supposed to be the the toppity top of whatever. If I'm in a pre-made, it's to be expected. Win or lose to another pre-made. Not ever lose to a pre-made or a pug.
Well, see, I don't run any bullshit on my build, so I don't even care if I die. I mean, I'm not cheeseballing, so whatever.
But what I'm saying is, when we're running pre-made, if we're running full pre-made, I expect somebody, anybody to lead. I don't give a shit if anybody leads. Make an execution, follow it.
I don't want to lose, but I'm not gonna fucking run some cheeseball bullshit either to
But
fucking win.
what I'm saying is, like the way it always worked for me in the past, and no matter what I did, PvE or PvP, one person's barking orders, everybody else shuts the fuck up and listens. Right. It's like, I'm just saying, that's the way it is. I mean, if you want to be the best, that's the way it is. That's the way it rolls. That's life.
Well, here's the thing. I split my damage and my heals, so I obviously can't fucking do damage while I'm healing. So then there's only Mystic doing damage. But I mean, I'm still doing some, but I do a hell of a lot more when I'm using my fucking Force Pulse and all my abilities and my Torgs.
He sucks.
When I'm on we're on our heels, I'm sitting there trying to heal you with 3 dudes Dawnbreakering you. It's not going to really go so well.
Right, yeah, that's my point. Like, I'm getting focused on
fucking HOTS and my ultimate so much and heavy attacks on the resto before it's like, okay, you're dead.
Yeah, it's like, but as I'm looking at positioning, if I'm saying push through, I've got like 2 or 3 people like still not even there,
Yeah, but you fucking run like a goddamn dude. You fucking Usain Bolt the fuck away from everybody. And you're like, come on,
dude! I was 2 feet in front. I turned around. I pitched my camera. I'm pitching my camera, and nobody's even there on the push. That's what I'm saying,
bro. My character is so fucking slow. I'm a Templar.
Well, yeah,
There's no way I can catch up to you.
Well, no, I'm not saying catch up, but I'm seeing people just kind of like, still fighting from a point, and I'm like, you can't stand there. You can't afford to. You're going to get sandwiched.
I'm like the fat kid, like trying to catch up to you.
I know. I get that. I do. I understand that. I do. I get that. I mean, I do get that. The speed difference, I get that. But what I'm saying is, if I'm counting 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 and I'm already past them, I'm on top of them, past them, I'm still pitching camera, and I still got people in the back.
Mystic. All right. Look, Mystic.
This is the last time. I'm going to say this one time. Turbo, I love PvPing with you.
Mystic.
I love PvPing with you.
Suck,
but
man.
I'm going to be honest, man. I'm going to be honest.
I hope you enjoyed watching me suck balls.
This is this is all I'm ever going to say. And this is the only thing. I'm a streamer. Okay, listen, right. If I'm streaming, it's not a big problem most of the time. But when I stream, I expect people to be mic'd up, people to be on their A game, and one person, I don't give a fuck if Turbo's pitching orders. I'll follow. I need communication 100%. 100%.
Okay.
Okay? That's the point. If we're not communicating and we're not here to win, Why am I doing this?
I'm like, healing.
Right,
healing.
dude. When I check your guys' bars, the first thing I do when I move, I check your
press.
bars. If I see something down, I throw the heal. It's just second nature, shield and heal. Before I throw any attack, my first instinct is to heal my party members. That's my first instinct. Because if you guys die, listen, I can't afford to let you guys die in a death match. Why?
No, you're giving up score.
I'm giving up points, right? I'm giving up points now. It's not about how many times I live or die. It's my team's collective. So if you ain't got your vigor being fired on your party members, get the fuck out of PvP. If you ain't got a fucking heal ready to pop on all your party members, get the fuck out of PvP.
Battlegrounds is very misleading. If you don't focus target and play defense as well, you're going to get killed.
PvP is not about you. It's a team sport.
Right, but you have to be able to stop the onslaught, stalemate a little bit, and then everyone focus on whoever that can get killed quickly, kill him, everyone else kind of domino effect.
Absolutely. It's divide and conquer, but that's the art of war.
It's not necessarily about this build or that build, it's about everybody, I mean,
working together to coordinate. The fact that we didn't have dedicated heals in a pre-made, unacceptable.
We had enough heals, though.
No, but no, we weren't firing them enough. We weren't firing them enough.
Well, one thing we can do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying anybody here's bad PvPers. I'm saying it's different when we're like looking at one aspect of PvPing, and then we're getting a little bit more competitive in PvP. Pre-made, you're stepping up your game. It's like this is no joke now. You're rolling with other pre-mates potentially. So you need to, like, if there was a tournament and there was $1 million on the line, would you just be playing casually? Right.
Yeah, my back hurts.
Right. But I'm just saying, you have to think of it in that elements. Well, I mean, no, that's fine, but you're like, I almost have my Dawnbreaker unlocked. I'm like, what? That's telling me, like, your build's still being worked on. Right. Oh, no, and that's fine. I would have taken me off stream, is what I'm saying, Bottles. I would have taken me off stream.
You're no good, Bottles. You're no good, Bottles.
Yeah, but that's normal. Right, you know, I'm an asshole. This is how I am in life. Imagine working with me. Like, if you came up to the office and literally someone say you had a policy and you're like, okay, I got this policy in, right? And everything was done. Except, guess what? You didn't get a printed name.
Look, I'm a piece of paper, Magplar, okay? I don't use fucking wards. And everyone sees my health bar move when they bust my ass. So they're all like, oh, you killed Turbo!
Right. I mean, sooner or later it all comes down to that. Right, it's all about separation game. Absolutely, I agree with you. But I'm just saying,
I
like,
normally fuck people over because they think I'm gonna die.
Like, a lot of people, like, why don't you PvP with me? Like, people will come in and a lot of people want to PvP with me. And I'm like, you don't want to PvP with me. You don't. I'm a dick.
I don't mind it, honestly, Mystic. I think it's fucking
like,
great
you know, and I'm like that in real life. Like, if one of my fucking agents came up to me or like and said, oh, well, I got this policy, and you didn't fucking have a fucking signature when you've been doing this for X amount of time, do you know what I'm likely to do to your ass?
Mystic, do you know why you're a popular streamer? Because you're fucking entertaining.
Absolutely. But seriously, like, I don't like that. Like, you know better. Like, you're seasoned. You're in a position where you know better.
You because they think you're the best at ESO. They watch you because you're fucking entertaining.
Of course, man. I'm entertaining. But I also get my kills, and I do my damage, and I come out with pretty good builds.
No, You have some good shit. I'm not denying that. You definitely always.
Torox pack and Sloats for the win. How many people are using it? How many people are using it?
A lot.
And who came out with it?
Man, I'm using Tor. Everyone's fucking. If you're not using Torix, you're probably using
with Sloats.
Stand build with Torix.
I mean, how many people paired those two up? And why? And who came out with that idea? Oh,
well, I'm a Templar using Torix.
A lot of people don't want to give me credit where the credit's due either. And I'm like, I told you motherfuckers I was going to scale that Oblivion damage. Yeah. I told you motherfuckers. They're like, no. And I'm like, watch me. Watch me.
The thing about Torix, though, is that everyone's in the group should use it.
I'll be honest. I didn't give a fuck about Torox pack. I didn't give a fuck about it until the Slowed set came out. I didn't give a fuck about Torox pack.
Make it a lot better. The damage is just awesome with
the only goddamn reason I wanted it because I knew Torox pack would increase my infused weapons for my Oblivion procs.
Yeah, I'm not running an Oblivion glyph on mine. I'm just
see, that's the only reason I did it, because I was stacking Oblivion damage.
See, I'm doing Inferno staff with a shock glyph, and then doing fire damage on top of that with abilities, and then also doing shock, ice, and fire damage.
And then here's the fact of it is, when everybody wants to talk shit about me, who's coming out with the cancer builds? Then they call me a cancer player, and I'm like, hey, listen, the devs designed it. I just exploited it. So y'all can suck my dick, and you guys are going to use it. Everybody's going to use it and not give me credit for it. Okay.
Build, bro. That's the thing. It's no different than any other build. It's about the skills you run. The build's the build.
Right.
If you're cheeseballing skills that are broken, buggy, then, I mean, it's there to be used. I guess I can't really make fun of you too much, but...
Well, like...
You look at your kill sheet, it's 5 snipes or fucking...
I quit using snipe. I don't get too cheap.
There's no other. They need to give. It's not necessarily the player's fault. It's the devs' fault.
Right. It is the devs.
The players so much. I still make fun of players because they know what they're doing, and it's just like a troll. But
like I'll use cheesy builds.
The only shit you want to use is a stam, really.
Yeah, I'll use cheesy shit, but I won't use cheap shit. You know.
Why would you use anything but Dawnbreaker in Battlegrounds?
Well, I mean, if you're a Magtoon, you won't use Dawnbreaker, but if you're Stam, absolutely.
Bro, I fucking have. That's not even true. I have fucking Dawnbreaker on my mag.
I'm saying you don't have to on a Magtoon.
Of all my ultimates, I'd say Dawnbreaker is still one of the best ones. I don't even.
Well, for Magtoon, it's you know how up close and personal you want to get. Sometimes I don't want to be that up close and personal on Magtoon. I don't either,
but they're always up my ass because I'm healing. So why not?
Right. But we got to think about scaling too. How scaling works. So
it still does good damage.
It does, and it has a CC.
It costs nothing.
Right.
It costs nothing, and it always hits.
Yeah.
It's not no bullshit.
Right.
It's just.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying sometimes I prefer my meteor.
I do too. I use that for the.
Sometimes I like my devouring swarm.
I mean, there's always other ultimates.
Right.
Sometimes
I don't know. I'm pretty good on Stamp Sword.
Because I have to fucking heal you assholes and then get told I'm not a fucking healer.
No, what I'm saying is what you need dedicated. When you do pre-made, you need dedicated. It's like walking into a dungeon and being like, I can sort of heal. And it's like,
I don't have a dedicated heal build. Because I split heals and damage. That's why I don't.
Well, and it's like I know how to do it. It's like a dungeon as well. I mean, would you go if you're in a dungeon, you don't have a tank, and the tank peels off of something, and then it's in one shot you. Who do you have to blame but yourselves for not picking up a tank? But that's what I'm saying. Whoever supposedly is supposed to be the tank should be a tank. It's the same thing. A battleground has the same rule applied effect. No,
I get the dedicated healer, but I don't have a dedicated heal build.
Right.
I have a dedicated. I've split damage and heals.
Well, and that's all I'm saying. I mean, you can't walk into pre-made and expect no support class and come out on top. I mean, that when you get beat down by a pug as a pre-made, It's evident. That's like Duck. Duck's like, let's do pre-made. And I love Duck. I love PvP with Duck. But I always tell people, who's ready? We don't need a healer. Every one of us can heal. I'm like, this is a pre-made. The rules get switched. You're going to run a support class. You're going to.
You need a healer.
You're going to need a support class.
If everyone could heal really good, sure. But then
if they're still whatever, healing is detrimental to whatever. You know, I mean, I hate to say we have the cheap Earth Core in this game. We have, healers are a little OP at this moment in PvP. Why not take advantage of a dedicated healer? Why not?
Not Templar healers, fuck.
Templar healers, they're saying they need nerfed. They're running support. They're running resistance and still have the strongest burst heal in the game. Running resistance.
That's the whole point of our fucking class, though.
But my point of it, I don't care. I don't want them nerfed. I just want counterplay. I'm telling you what other people are crying about.
Then. It's like, I don't get it. You heal too good.
Dude, all I'm saying is there's no healing spec. Like, they're coming out with builds that showing there's no healing aspect to this heal.
I don't think Templar healers are better than sword healers. Honestly,
I think it depends how the builds go. It's supposed to be reflected. Now, here's the thing: if I'm PvEing, if you set up your Templar for PvE and I set my Templar for PvE, you're not out healing my Sork. I'm sorry, you're not. And are you supposed to? No, you're not. You're not made to do that. You're a support healer.
What I figured out in PvE, if you want to heal awesome, it's all about heal over time. So it's all about Manus.
That's what makes the Templar so goddamn good. The Templar has the hot, the burst, the utilities.
They're good, but they're a support class. They're not meant to be premier damage. Now, Stamplar is a different story. I've seen plenty of Stamplars that can fucking hang. But Magplar is like... Some people have that resistance build you're talking about, where they're a little more fucking, tanky, and I guess they can get it in the shit and use puncturing sweeps and a bunch of different shit. But for those of us that play the ranged game and we're made of paper, like, even the wards, you pretty much have to sacrifice all your spell damage and just go straight Magico as a Templar. And I don't like doing that.
Well, like I said, I mean...
my weapon. I use my weapon abilities.
Right, and there's pros and cons to every aspect, but at least you know the what you're going to lose if you try to go in one direction. So, personally though, I'm not saying that you have to have this class as a healer or something, but you need a dedicated healer. You know, Ice has healed me multiple times on his Sork healer. I'd take Ice 100 times over again. Ice is a great. He's a great Sork healer. Yeah.
He's, I would say definitely, when me and him are paired up together with his healing and my support heals, we're really hard to kill because if they gangbang him, I'm keeping him up, and if they gangbang me, and vice versa. Right. So he's definitely like somebody I can say if he's in your group, you definitely have an advantage. His damage can be low, but that's the whole point.
But he's not built for damage. He's built for heals. Yeah, he's a dedicated.
Yeah, he still does a little bit. I mean,
but he's dedicated.
Where we grouped with him, and we were all running 3 me bottles and Skywalking, actually running our Torrid's builds, and he was running his Warden healer, running the Ice abilities in support of our basically us running Force Pulse and bunch of different other elemental abilities mixed in with that. I say Force Pulse because it can't be reflected back, and it eats up wards really bad. So that's what we use as our spammable, just to break through and get the other damage in. So,
my point of it is
that's the only answer to their shit
right there. That statement alone is indicating we have a dedicated healer. Like you need to think about these things when you're doing pre-mades. You don't just group up and say we're gonna have fun and while Mystic streaming and say no, that's not fun for me. I'm getting stalked already. I'm already gonna get stalked. I'm already gonna get it's like what the way you time the fuck out. That's what I'm saying.
At first I was like, Mystic doesn't get stalked that bad.
No, I do.
Play with you a bunch of times. It's like, God damn, you got some fucking People love your dick.
Well,
They're
right.
on it.
Right.
They're on
Definitely.
your shit. They just love fucking with you and making you fuck. God damn it!
Oh, well, it shows in the videos, too. But that's what I'm pointing. My pug, when I pug, I don't have to worry about it. And I still get my placements. I get my number ones. So I'm like, fuck it, you know? When I'm pugging, you know, and I've had to deal with you guys a couple of times on a couple of matches. Yeah. I mean, it's the funny thing about it is, it's like, you know, people realize and they say, there's Mystic, concentrate on Mystic. You know? And that's a known fact. And it's like, why am I a threat?
Well, as your healer,
if I suck, why am I being focused?
Get gang raped.
Yeah. If I suck, why am I being focused?
It's like there literally could be a guy with like 4 health left and there's a full health warded Mystic, and Mystic's getting fucking gangbanged.
Yeah, that's the fucking truth. No, that is the truth. There could be like literally like a group of people, like everybody on the opposite teams who's not on my team will all turn towards me, all 8 of them, quit fighting amongst each other, and focus me down first.
Fucking Dawnbreaker.
Right. And that's the truth. That is the truth. And I feel like that sometimes.
It is as bad as you say it is.
It is.
It is as bad as it is because I've seen it.
Right.
It is funny, though, because it's just funny how many people are, like, trolling you or trying to troll you.
Right.
And it doesn't always work, but...
Well, I mean, like I said, I mean... you know, I am one of the, you know, more known players, you know, for this platform anyways.
You're like one of the only motherfuckers that probably still stream regularly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just feel like, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not saying I'm better than anybody. God's sakes, for hell no, I'm not ever saying that. I'm just saying, you know, I'm a known player.
I sure as hell ain't.
Right. I'm just saying I'm a known player, and players, you know, say, if we want to go ahead and take this person out of commission, and I do the same thing. If I see a certain player, I want to isolate that player because I know how good they are, and that's respect.
To the healer. After that, it's a crapshoot. Unless he's like
right. Well, I mean, I don't know. There are certain players, like if I see Lycan, I love Lycan. Don't get me wrong, I love Lycan to death. But if I see Rage, I'm always like, rage, and fucking get him out as quick as possible. Because if he gets on top of us, we're fucked. Because he's like, he's like the man.
Players in Battlegrounds, so yeah. I don't discount anyone.
Well, no, and I do agree with that.
I've seen a lot of different builds that work. My build doesn't necessarily work the best in BGs. It just works well with what I'm trying to do.
Anyways, I do got to get going here, guys. But thank you guys for watching today. It wasn't as eventful as I had planned, but I appreciate all my boys here, regardless. And thank you guys for putting up with my sour ass. You know, I can be a sour puss. I'm a sore loser. I'm a sore loser. So, you know, what can I say? But and at least I can admit that. But once again, I want to thank everybody. Thank all of you. And as always, I'm Mysticraven. This is Mystics MMOs. And as always, have a nice day.